But you had some people on Wall Street who took these unbelievable risks with other people's money.
I did not run for office to be helping out a bunch of fat cat bankers on Wall Street.
The American people will not excuse or tolerate such arrogance and greed.
And it's also imperative that those in Wall Street boardrooms and on trading floors be held accountable for the decisions that they make.
And they beat their puppies, and they're mean to their mothers. All right, he really didn't say that. But President Obama does make a habit of beating up Wall Street whenever possible. And now a new report suggesting that the New York area is recovering faster than the rest of the country because, drum roll, Wall Street. My next guest says the White House should be very careful who it bashes because these Wall Streeters could be the ones getting the rest of America out of this money mess. Tom Belesis is the CEO of John Thomas Financial and a big star in the upcoming Wall Street 2. Is it called Wall Street 2?
Wall Street 2. Money never sleeps.
Getting great buzz. You're getting great buzz. So you still have this Wall Street job before you become a professional actor. It is a mixed message, right?
It really is. I mean, look, you got a president, the president of our country, still demonizing and bashing one of the greatest economic vehicles that we have in our time, Wall Street. I mean, think about it. I mean, Obama can't keep Wall Street down, although, as we know, Neil, he's tried to put some obstacles in his way.
Well, it's not as if some of you guys didn't deserve a little.
Listen, rightfully so, and I agree. But again, at the end of the day, Wall Street...
So he overdid it.
To some extent, yes, with the bashing and the demonizing. I mean, he's the leader of our country. He's supposed to motivate us, inspire us to go out there and do great things.
You guys make such a great villain.
I mean, listen, to some people, yes, but look at every great thing Wall Street has done. I mean, Wall Street, at the end of the day, has had a great degree of adaptability. So, even though it's been thrown stuff at, I mean, it always has a way to adapt with the current situation or even thrive from it. I mean, look at New York City. New York City has the greatest vehicle right here in our hub, Wall Street. New York City has roared back faster than any other city in our country. Why? Because Wall Street provides jobs, it provides revenues, it helps people prosper.
But turn around, Tom. No, I understand exactly what you're saying.
I mean, at the end of the day,
and I see where you're coming from. But a lot of your pals could say, if it weren't for the bailouts and the rescues and the shoring up the financial system, a lot of it done by this president, you'd be in deep doo-doo.
Listen, Wall Street has made mistakes. We all know that. But we can't keep repeating the past. We got to keep focusing on the future.
Well, what I hear a lot of your buddies say is that they recognize that Wall Street had its comeuppance, but they didn't like and don't like constantly being vilified.
I agree. I mean, why keep being vilified? I mean, there were a few people that put these products together. Those guys got penalized, like Goldman Sachs. All of Wall Street wasn't responsible for this.
Well, how's your firm been doing?
It's been doing phenomenal. Why? Because we weren't involved, with these derivative products.
Well, who do you cater to?
We cater to high net worth individuals.
What's high net worth?
With high net worths, over $1 million in the marketplace. So, to us, we were out there every day catering to investors on a day-to-day basis for their needs.
Well, what are those folks telling you right now? We always hear this skittishness. I just want to keep what I have. I'm playing it very conservatively. What?
Well, they're very nervous because they don't know what the rules of the game are with this president. I mean, look at New York City, for instance, okay? It's roared back. It has the lowest unemployment. Why? Because Wall Street. At the end of the day, the fact of the matter is that Wall Street does well, the world does well.
Well, Wall Street lately hasn't done well. We've just finished a horrible August, down 4%. I think it was the worst August in almost a decade.
It was.
What's going on?
I think we have some light volume going into the Labor Day weekend, but I think coming back from that weekend, people are going to be positive and focus on good things to come. I think the market will generally be higher at the end of the year, and especially if we have change come November.
You think that's going to get them off the dime here? That it's almost a given that Republicans are going to make big inroads. I guess it's debatable as to whether they take over the House or Senate. But that's going to do it? That's going to turn this market?
I believe that's going to help big time. I mean, if you look at 10 cities in our country that are the highest in poverty, they're democratically controlled. So if their policies are doing so well, why are these cities so high in poverty? Some of these cities have not had any Republican mayor in over a decade. So in my opinion,
But Wall Street really has turned on him, hasn't it? There was a lot of big money that was going to the president when he was running for president. Not so now.
No, because, you know, you're supposed to be...
You guys hold a grudge.
I think it's because you're supposed to be supportive. You're not supposed to demonize and bash something that's done great for people over the last, 50 years. And I think that's why Wall Street now feels that, there's time for change, and change is coming, in my opinion, in a very big way.
You know why I think you can say what you say? Normally, Wall Street guys are very leery of saying it. I think now that you become a movie star, you're saying, I don't care. Wall Street, Wall Street. I'm Mr. Oliver Stone Big.
Yeah, right. Well,
getting it done, aren't you?
Well, that's the way it is.
You're going to be at the Oscars, aren't you?
I hope so.
You will just say Neil who after that. You'll be on Barbara Walters and all this. And you do O'Reilly. We are finished, my friend. Finished.
I will stick with you, my friend.
All right, Tom Belesis getting it done. He is a great guy, and he was on a lot of these curves in this crazy market before a lot of folks.